beginning to see a replica or a replication of the late Thomas Sankara in him. Because at that age, Sankara was just within that age bracket, even while he was president in Burkina Faso, that same country.
Obviously, he has something within him that has propelled him at such a young age to the pinnacle of political power in Burkina Faso. And that would mean that he has a drive. Obviously, he has an ambition.
Ibrahim Traore. He is Africa's youngest head of state at 35 years of age. Ibrahim Traore became the transitional president of Burkina Faso following a military coup in 2022.
Of course, Ibrahim Traore had to step in, and he was very decisive in taking over power. In September, he's going to be 1 year in office, and he has promised that in June 2024, he's going to relinquish power to a democratically elected government.
That gives you an idea, first of all, yes, that there's some bit of maybe ambition there. But are these personal ambitions, or are they ambitions on behalf of Burkina Faso? We can only know with time.
Traore and a group of other soldiers ousted his ex-comrade and interim president, Paul-Henri Damiba, who had appointed him the head of an artillery regiment in the city of Kaya. Damiba himself led a coup against a civilian government of Rochma Christian Gabore 8 months earlier. Both coups were hinged on government failure to tackle armed insurgencies in the country.
Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone, and salutations to all you sincere can. Once again, this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh. And basically, what we're going to go into is one or two is a coincidence, but when you have over 5 different coups currently raging only here in West Africa, you start to get suspicious. It's looking like something is going on, right? And basically, coups are trending right now. Military coups are trending right now in West African countries. Seditions are trending in West African countries, okay? So let me just read a little bit of this article before New York Times does what it does, which is basically force you to try to create an account with them so I can read their articles. And there you have it. That's what is appearing right now. They want you to create an account before they can read their articles, But basically, you have multiple countries here in West Africa that are currently undergoing a military coup. Chad, Mali, no, I don't think it's Mali, but Chad, Burkina Faso, Niger, and the new one is Gabon. Okay, and these are all countries that mainly have Israelites in them. Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. So maybe I should try checking this one out. So see whether I can give it the list, because I wanted to just get the list of all the countries all over the world that are going into or undergoing a military coup, because there's one also happening in Myanmar as well that has been happening for years now. I think one also happened in Sudan as well with the I forgot the name of the party, but I did a video on it as well concerning Sudan. But yeah, let's just read this article and read the main points. And this is: the African continent saw a significant increase in coups in the last year and a half, with military figures carrying out takeovers in Burkina Faso, Sudan, Guinea, Chad, and Mali. After Sudan's coup in October 2021, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres spoke of an epidemic of coups, including the early events in Africa and a February 2021 coup in Myanmar. He described an environment in which some military leaders feel they have total impunity and can do whatever they want because nothing will happen to them. Right, so you see that even the elites of Esau Edom, they know the prophecies and they know what is to come. And we already know it in the scriptures that these coups were forth to come. They were already prophesied in the scriptures and prophesied to happen. So we go to the book of 2nd Esdras 15 from the 14th chapter, and it reads, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." So, continuing on, let me just read this. I want to get the definition of coup, but let me finish reading this the main point before I go and get the definition. Second Esdras 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So now I want to get the definition of the word sedition, both sedition and coup. Okay, the actual definition. So this is, let's get sedition first. Sedition, and it reads: organized incitement of rebellion or civil disorder against authority or the state, usually by speech or writing, insurrection or rebellion. And that's basically what you have been seeing happening all over West Africa, where the established government, right, the democratic quote unquote government was taken out by military leaders. That's why they call it a military coup, because you have a certain section of the military. And let's get the definition of that word. Let's see if we can get the whole word, or we can also have to get it one by one. Okay, yeah, get it one by one. So it's a coup. A coup d'etat. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. This is the full word for this, or rather the full word for coup, a coup d'etat, and it's from French. And basically what it means: the sudden overthrow of a government differing from a revolution by being carried out by a small group of people who replace only the leading figures. And that is what is happening in different parts of Africa. It is sedition, right? Where basically you have this organized group coming against the government and taking them out of power and putting themselves in power. And that is what is happening all over West Africa and different parts of the world as well. So you see that, so let's go back to that article. Even Esau Edom was aware that this would come upon the earth, because just like we that are in this truth, Esau Edom understands the scriptures, they understand the prophecies for the most part, right? But the difference between Esau, Edom, and Jake is that our people actually follow the laws, the statutes, and the commandments that have been set up by the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. While these devils, not that they do not, they cannot, okay, because they are the wicked. And what this is showing you is that the nations are mad, man. Mainly Jake, of course, because these are mainly focusing on the coups that are happening in Africa, West Africa to be precise. Which, of course, you should already know that majority of the countries and the people here in West Africa are predominantly Israelites, that is so-called Negroes mainly, okay, which is the southern kingdom of the nation of Israel, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So the people are mad, the nations are mad at the rulership of Esau, Edom.